Hello learners, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I am Ma'am LJ, your teacher in this lesson. Please join me in identifying the different types alarms, draw working layout and schematic diagram of a simple alarm system, and explain how does the different types of alarms functions. All signal and alarm systems have a specific function and uses. Deciding which of these devices will be used can easily be done if you have basic knowledge of the feature and components of each device in installing this kind of circuit. The signal and alarm system may come in remote control, automatic, or manual in nature. These devices include the buzzer, the bell, the chime, the code calling system, the signal light, and the light. The conductor of the system uses a small wire, commonly number 18 or 16 copper wires, solid or stranded. In some cases, batteries had been used as power source. Whenever that AC source is available, a step-down transformer ranging from 6 volts to 18 volts is usually used. This is to lessen the use and trouble of the batteries. To start with, signal and alarm are just like installing lighting circuit, which involves switch or push button, signal equipment, and a conductor. There are provisions that should be followed in installing signal and alarm wiring.
Signaling wires must not be placed on the same cross armor which occupy the same circuit with electric light or power lines, nor come closer less than 5 inches, unless enclosed with permanent tubing. Where wires are bunched vertically, they must be enclosed in a conduit or provided with fire-resistant covering to prevent fire from traveling from floor to floor. Transformer and other devices for supplying current for light and power circuit must be designed expressly for the purpose. Splices and joints should conform to the PEC regulations to ensure mechanically and electrically safe joints. Protective devices must be installed as near as possible to the point of entrance.
And now, let us proceed to the different types of signal and alarm system. The first one, learners, is the electric bell that produces an audible alarm tone when electrical energy is applied.
The different parts of an electric bell are: first, electromagnet. It is a magnetic wire wound around the insulated soft iron bolt. It produces strong magnetic attraction. Second, hammer or beater. This is a small ball attached to the armature which strikes the gong. Third, gong bell, a concave disc that produces loud sound when struck by the hammer. Lastly, adjustable contact. It serves as the contact switch to the spring. Remember, class, that in an electric bell, when the switch is pushed close, the circuit is completed and current flows through the electromagnetic coil. Please be mindful that there are also operational principles of electric bell. A bell works with the principle of working of electromagnetism. When the switch is pushed on, the circuit gets completed and the current starts flowing through the electromagnet, which creates a magnetic field in the core. This attracts the iron core. When the armature moves towards the electromagnet, the striker or hammer strikes the gong and the bell rings. As the armature moves towards the electromagnet, the contact with the adjustment screw breaks, which breaks the closed circuit and stops the current. Now, when there is no current, there is no electromagnetism, and the armature returns to the original position. This making and breaking of the circuit of the electromagnet continues as long as the button remains pressed.
The next type of signal and alarm system is the buzzer that produces a buzzing sound which is caused by the rapid vibration of armature. The sound of buzzer, however, is not as loud as bell considering the structure that bell has gong, while buzzer has thin metal that produces sound, but they operate in the same principles.
The operational principles of buzzer are: in part 1 of the image above, the armature is being pulled to a resting position by a spring switch position it has just arrived, and before magnetic attraction from the coil has had its effect on the armature position. The arm of that armature may even be curved a little bit like a deformed flat spring. In part 2 of the image, the armature is being attracted towards the energized coil. The flat spring may get strengthened out, but the contacts are not necessarily separated yet, which means that the coil is still energized. In part 3, the armature has moved towards the attracting coil and the contacts have opened up, thereby de-energizing the coil, which now is no longer an attractor. The armature then falls back to the part 1 position and the whole cycle repeats itself over and over again. Per cycle is done so fast, which creates the buzzing sound. The novel buzzer is another type of signal and alarm system which uses a relay in series with a small audio transformer and speaker. When the switch is pressed, the relay will operate by the transformer primary and closed relay contact. As soon as the relay operates, the normally closed contact will open, removing power from the relay. The contacts close and the sequence repeats, all very quickly, so fast that the pulse of current causes fluctuations in the transformer primary and hence secondary. The speaker's tone is thus proportional to relay operating frequency. The capacitor C can be used to tune the note. The nominal value is 0.001 microfarad. Increasing capacitance lowers the buzzer's tone.
The fourth type of signal and alert system is the annunciator. Annunciator wiring systems are installed for the purpose of having all calls terminated at a central station. An annunciator is a device used to indicate by visual sign that transmit over electrical call bell circuit. It is commonly used in hospitals, elevators, hotels, offices, residences, and other places where call is required with bell.
The most commonly used annunciator are the following. The gravity drop annunciator is composed of the drops, the bell, and the reset rack. The drop, which shows the circuit number, consists of shutter, an electromagnet, and the armature. The reset rack is used to hold the drop in the indicating position after being released and returned to original position when necessary. The shutter is used to reset the rack and bell that makes an alarm so that the call will be determined. The standard lamp annunciator circuit operates as follows. When push button 1 is pressed, the circuit is completed and permits the lamp to turn on, causing the buzzer to be energized since it is a connected series to the line from the transformer and back. The buzzer is connected in common to every button in the circuit. Examples of modern annunciator are presented below.
Burglar alarm wiring is another type of an alarm system. It is an improvement of call bell and annunciator system. The equipment and general wiring are similar, however, push-button devices are installed on door, wall, windows, floor mat, and some strategic place where the burglar intruders are likely to pass.
The burglar alarm system can be of two kinds. The first kind is the open circuit alarm system where the circuit switches are installed on doors, windows, switches that automatically open and close as soon as the door or window is forced to open, causing the bell to ring. The diagram shows an open circuit burglar alarm system. The second kind is the closed-circuit burglar alarm system, which operates the same way as the open-type system. The only difference is the position of the switch and the use of relay. In this circuit, all switches are closed. When the doors and window are forced to open, the switches will automatically open, which causes the relay to be energized and complete the bell circuit that makes it ring.
There you are, learners, with the different types of signal and alarm system. I believe you are now ready to perform all the assessment tests and activities related to the topic. Before answering, please prepare your paper and pen, then listen to the instructions attentively.
For your first activity, enumerate the step-by-step operational principles of the electric bell and buzzer. Figure 1. Figure 2. Next activity is for you to complete the working layout by drawing lines that indicate conduits. Activity 2, Instruction. Complete the working layout below by drawing lines that indicate conduits. Activity 3, Instruction. Draw the schematic diagram of the working layout required in Activity 2. Observe the legends below. Read the question or statement carefully and choose the correct letter of your answer that best defines the question or statement. Please write your answer on your paper. Remember, you only have 5 seconds to answer each question. Number 1. What is this type of alarm system that is commonly used in hospitals, elevators, hotels, offices, residences, and other places where call is required with bell? Letter A, buzzer. Letter B, burglar alarm. Letter C, novel buzzer. And letter D, annunciator alarm. Number 2. How does electric bell function? Letter A. The audio transformer will create vibrations that causes the hammer to strike the gong. Letter B. When the bell rings, the lamp that serves as the annunciator will emit light showing the location of the alarm. Letter C. The gravity will charge the loop, then magnetizes and demagnetizes the armature that causes the hammer to strike the gong. And letter D, it uses the principles of electromagnetism, which in the process cuts and disconnects the armature that causes the hammer to strike the gong. Number 3. Listed below are similarities between buzzer and electric bell except one. Which is it? Letter A. They both have coils. Letter B. The bell is louder than buzzer. Letter C. They uses the principles of electromagnetism. And letter D. The bell and buzzer are powered by electricity. Number 4. Buzzer and chime use what size of conductor? Letter A. Number 16 American wire gauge. Letter B. Number 18 American wire gauge. Letter C. Number 16 and number 18 American wire gauge. And letter D. Number 16 and number 20 American wire gauge. Number 5. When installing alarm system, some rules should be followed. Which of the following choices speak about the provisions or rules regarding the proper placement of conductors to avoid signal interference? Letter A. Signaling wires must not be placed on the same cross armor which occupy the same circuit with electric light or power lines, nor come closer than 5 inches unless enclosed with permanent tubing. Letter B. Where wires are bunched vertically, they must be enclosed in a conduit or provided with fire-resistant covering to prevent fire from traveling from floor to floor. Letter C. Transformer and other devices for supplying current for light and power circuit must be designed expressly for the purpose. And letter D. Splices and joints should conform to the PEC regulations to ensure mechanically and electrically safe joints. Let us now check your answers. Number 1 is letter T. Number 2, letter D. Number 3, letter P. Number 4, letter C. And number 5, letter A. I hope you've gotten a perfect score.
And you are now on the last activity about the lesson. Congratulations in advance for listening attentively to the discussions and for your keen observation on the pictures presented. Now, based on your own opinion or idea, answer the following statements. First, explain the difference between open circuit alarm system and closed circuit alarm system. Secondly, explain the purpose of annunciator. A rubric was given to serve as your guide in answering the questions. Thank you very much.